But you must realize that nobody expected this kind of protest. It's the first of its kind. What you call Nigeria is a contraption of the British colonial masters. And like I often say to you, in a gamble, the owner of the table never loses. If you work out the probabilities, it's always in the favor of the owner of the table. So what is required is for the masses, the youth, to become political. Listen, no power, no change. You can never create change without power. But you must realize that power takes different forms. It can be a political office, which is positional power. It can also be people, which is what the masses has, numbers in people. That's why all of the politicians will play to the sentiment. So power can be an office. It can also be people. Likability can be power. It can be money. It can be your expertise. It can be your expertise. And it can be force. And it can be... Study the game of the politicians. They know where power is. If they discover that you are an opinion leader or you're a popular person, however you got that popularity is not their concern, but they know people are behind you. They'll come for you. They know that's power. So you who has it, what are you doing with it? The protests started something that must continue. Now you have to get into intelligent political engagement. That requires political organizing, both at the community level and at the state level. There's no law against organizing. You don't wait till election. You build up political awareness and sell your ideals or ideologies. Now, before now, there are people who have represented pockets of this struggle, individuals. Many times we are the ones who have pulled them down. When you had young people running for office, you never supported them. You were used as a tool. You must organize and have leadership. Now, anybody who expects someone like me to get involved and lead political movement is wasting his time because my hands are full. You don't jump course in the middle of the road. That's foolishness. This is my place. But we all need each other. You see, you must realize that we share a common destiny as a people in this country. And we all owe it to this country to rip this country out of the hands of the wicked. The political class, the ruling class, whether they are in office or not, they are the enemy of the people. So this is not an APC or PDP issue, unless you're not thinking. You cannot achieve liberty if you are not personally free. When you're personally free, it means that you can make wise decisions, that there's no price to you. Because often when you represent anything that is contrary to what the status quo, they're going to try to buy you. They're going to try to, malign your character, say stupid things about you. No power, no change. And so you must get involved in the process of acquiring that power. First, let leadership rise from the young people. I see there are platforms now. Get involved. See, you can't change what you avoid. Get involved in politics. So one of our problems as a church is that many times we have abused people who have gotten involved in politics and all of that. And the people who want to continually hold the reins of power want you to say such things repeatedly. But they are so smart that even when they want power, they will come to the church. Do you know that? Because there are people in the church. So when the election comes again, which you think 2023 is fine, it's not, it's coming again. And when it comes again, they're going to come again, like they always come. But if by that time you don't have a platform that rallies the young people, they're still going to be tools again. Praise God. So the first thing is to have the right people in the right place. So all this is not a southerner, it's northerners. Most of us have not visited the north. It is not north and south. It's a political class against the masses. When you go to the south, the north, you're going to see this minority leading all of them, who are impoverishing all of them to make them rulable. You come to the south, you see the same thing. And they all know it is sport. No matter what they say against each other, their daughters marry again. And so you're like somebody who your mom is using you like switch to flog your dad. Who's going to be bruised? The cane. Well, these things may be interesting, but let's guard our lives. Like I told you, if you're not free, you cannot fight for people's liberty. If you're not free, you cannot fight for people's liberty. You can't represent people. You'll be bought. You'll be negotiated out of course. You are hungry. You will not be able to sit at the table and discuss. So you want to interpret a political situation not based on an ideal, because ideal you can never achieve. What works now? Not the way it should be. What is it now? That is why it's my lifetime mantra to study what people are doing, not what they are saying.